I had something happen to me today that I felt like I should just share. It's a good lesson. I was picking my dog up from the hair place, and she's all clean and smells like a new car and everything. And I'm walking back to the car, and I hear Nate. I'm like, what? And the guy who passes me, I'm like, wait, Teo? And then I'm not gonna say his last name or anything, but he's like, yeah, how you been? How you been? Now, for reference, for everybody who's like, who? What are you talking about? This is a guy who was like a leader at the church like teen camp that I did back in like 2017, 2018, somewhere in there. I don't think he was ever my youth leader outside of that, but he was, there same time and all that. And uh, we're just talking, and he's just talking, and he was just really excited to see me, and I said, I am so surprised you remember me, who I am. And he said, of course. And I'm, not flexing, but he said, of course, you're like the funniest kid there. Like, you always make me laugh. And he said some other things that I can't remember, but on the way back after the car, we talked for a little bit later, and on the way back to the car, I was like, wow, like, I haven't seen this guy in 8 years. He not only remembers who I am. We just passed. I just passed on the sidewalk. He not only remembers who I am. He remembers like the things I said. He remembers the way he felt. He remembers laughing. And I know it's not like a direct correlation. Like, this is what Jesus was talking about, but this is the whole thing of like sowing and reaping. Right? It's the whole thing of, people remember, I don't know if it's necessarily in the Bible, but people remember the way that you make them feel. Not necessarily what you said, but the way you make them feel. And yeah, that's kind of just my message today. Sorry, I'm all over the place because I'm A, very tired, but B, just, I still am a little in shock. It's like, 7, 8 years ago, whenever it was, I was just trying to make him laugh and make people laugh and this and that. And, just brighten people's day. And then 7, 8 years, whatever, later, he's brightening up my day. I had no idea that A, he would even remember me, but B, like, that I would make that level of an impact. Just from jokes. Literally just from jokes. And that's kind of my thing today, is that people remember, and you reap what you sow. So just go with the Lord, and I pray that you will be blessed, and that you will be a blessing to others. Amen. Goodbye.